Hi, buonasera, which means good evening in Italian. I'm Donna DePonio, Wines for Humanity, wine advisor, and it is Wine Down Wednesday, where we feature one of our wines, and we do it through usually I do it through the 5 S's of wine tasting. So we got another one of our delicious red wines back in that we're going to be featuring. It is Primitivo Salento. So I poured a little bit in my glass. And so the first S that we're going to go through is sight. So we look at the color of the wine to indicate whether it's young or old. So this is a little bit more on the purple side. A little bit, some violet hues in it. I know it's kind of hard to see in this video, but so it's not more purplish as opposed to reddish brown. So that indicates a younger wine. As a matter of fact, this is a 2019, so it's just a baby. Second S is swirl. We swirl the wines to let the aromas out and to indicate whether or not the wine is heavy or light. So these streaks coming down the sides of the glass are referred to as legs. If they stick to the side and slowly make their way down to the bottom, then you have a heavier bodied wine. In this wine, it's hard to see on the video, but if you were face to face with this wine, and you want to be because it's delicious, you would see that these legs are sticky. Third S is smell or sniff. So I'm getting cooked cherries and raspberries. The hint of licorice. The notes say chocolate. I don't get the chocolate. You know, your nose is going to pick up different aromas. So my aroma profile is going to be different from yours. However, I bet you if you paired this with chocolate, which I have found a chocolate or red wine that doesn't pair well with chocolate, I bet you it would bring out some of those chocolate notes that you might smell. The fourth S is my favorite. We're going to sip the wine. I'm getting the cooked cherries, getting a little bit of that licorice. It is a dry wine, but it's fruity. Fifth S, savor, where we sort of meditate on what we've been experiencing in the wine. So, and talking about the wine, so let's do that right now. So this interesting fact about this wine is it's 100% Primitivo, and it's much like a California Zinfandel grape. As a matter of fact, these two grapes, the Primitivo and the Zinfandel, come from the same Croatian grape. So the Primitivo is an early ripening Zinfandel grape, meaning that it ripens a little bit earlier, so it doesn't have a lot of, as much alcohol, I should say, as a Zinfandel, but it's still a big wine. And it has 13% alcohol in it as well. This wine comes from Puglia, Salento, which is in the background, and where this is located in Italy is in the heel of the boot, so way down south in Italy. Beautiful area. I'd like to get there myself one day. Haven't been to that part of Italy. So for food pairings, which again is my favorite part to talk about, this again would be good with thick red sauces because this has got some acidity to it, which pairs very well with especially tomato sauce. So we're talking pizza, we're talking pasta, but we also could be talking burgers and steaks. So it's kind of a nice versatile wine as far as food pairing goes. But there's one food pairing that would not work with this wine, and that is spicy foods, because this wine would make those spicy foods taste hotter, and we don't want that. So anyways, if you want to learn more about this wine, and you do want to taste it, as well as our other wines, then host a wine tasting. We are doing wine tastings again. So you can host a wine tasting and you get 7 bottles of wine, good for up to 18 people, for only $69 plus tax. And then 9 to 12.5% of wine selected at your tasting will go to a charity of your choice. So it's a win-win. We drink wine for charity. It doesn't get any better than that. And then on top of that, Anton always likes to give the host a gift as a thank you for hosting a wine tasting. And this time you get your choice. It's a hard choice. So the first choice you get, oh my God, this bottle is heavy. It's our Prosecco. It's a Magnum bottle, which is the equivalent of 2.5 bottles of wine. It is one of Italy's most, it's an Italian sparkling wine, very popular. I'm so glad he has this as a host gift. Your other choice is a beautiful wine heart decanter with 2 crystal wine glasses. I'm not showing that because my background doesn't make that picture very seeable. So, but just imagine it. It's gorgeous, very artsy looking. So anyways, if you are not comfortable hosting yet, because of COVID, we definitely have options for you. First of all, though, if we do a tasting, we have safety protocol in place that we adhere to at our company. But you can also host outside, be a little bit safer. A lot of my hosts have been doing that. Now's the time to do it because the weather is fabulous. Or the other option you have is our Sit, Sip, and Savor virtual wine tasting. And that's also a lot of fun. So to host a wine tasting, just simply message me on Facebook. You can call me at 248-231-0139, or you can email me at vinodeponio@gmail.com. Thanks for listening. It's Wine Down Wednesday, one of my favorite days of the week. And I'll see you next time, and salute.